Hello and welcome to my shop. My name is George and I'm coming to you from Chelsea, Quebec. Today is a new adventure for me. I want to make some slats for some chairs, so that part is new as well. I've never made a chair before in my life, but that's not the topic of today's video. What I want to do is put some curves in the slats. So for that I'm going to be doing some bent wood lamination. That's not new, but I've always done it before using clamps. What is new is that I want to use a vacuum press for it. Now, before getting into the expense of proper shop vacuum press, I wanted to find a way that I could get my feet wet without a big expense. And I discovered this outfit, Roarockit. So that's R-O-A-R, and then you save yourself one R by then going on to rocket using the tail end of roar. So R-O-A-R-O-C-K-E-T, Roarockit. Hang on, I'm butchering the name. It's not rocket, it's Rockit. So if you enter this name into a Google search, so this or well, that, you'll get all kinds of hits, including videos that show you how to use it. And what they offer is a press that's actually designed to make the decks of skateboards. So the bag itself is narrow and long, perfect for things like bent wood laminations for legs and back, the back slats. The kit arrived today, so here it is. Came in a cardboard box, not too big. The bag is nicely protected with tissue paper, and as you can see, it unrolls. The nipple itself is protected. There's some packing around it. The kit comes with the mesh that you need to let the air evacuate evenly over the surface. Otherwise you'll get pockets of where the vacuum isn't as strong as it would be otherwise. There's some tape, extra tape to seal the bag. Comes with instructions and even some stickers, so that's great. Now I made a bit of a mistake when I ordered it because their website gave me the impression that I could get the vacuum pump that comes with the kit, or I could get a better vacuum pump if I buy one separately. And so they sent me the one that comes with the kit and the second one that I ordered separately. And as you can see, they're the same. So not bad, under $100 Canadian for everything. I think it was something in the ballpark of some $70, $80. And I thought that's great. So this is not a big expense, but it should let me get into vacuum pressing. So here goes.
So I decided to use a shop vac at first when there was a lot of air to exhaust, but you didn't need a very strong pull. And then I would switch to the hand pump, which was much stronger when there was just a little bit of air to withdraw at the end. It didn't seem to be working at first. At one point, I switched my grip on the valve, and then things flew. So take a look.
Okay, so I'm going to undo it now. You might be wondering where this thing came from. In the course of checking this after I closed it up, a couple of hours later, I found that the bag had opened up a little bit, and I'm suspecting this closure over here. So I took a couple of cauls, a couple of clamps, clamped the thing shut, and it seems to work fine. Now, maybe with a little bit of practice and experience, I would get the hang of the closure that came with the bag. But I'm at an age where if I've got a way of doing something that works, I'll jump onto it rather than try to learn some new way of trying to do the same thing. This seems to have worked really well, and it's a very simple fix. So let's undo it and see what we've got. Now, the instructions warn you against rolling the thing closed. They say that it compromises the edge seals, so that's why I chose to use just a flat clamp, so just a flat cleat against its partner. I should mention as well that this is the second time that I'm using the bag. And it worked flawlessly the first time with its regular closure. Oh, if you want to exhaust the air, there's a central pin here, a central bit of a pedestal, and you just push it to the side, a bit like you would operate one of those four-way toggle switches. Anyhow, it's open. So, there we go. Looks pretty nice. The registration pins helped keep the three layers on register. There are no obvious spaces. I think a little bit of planing the edges and sanding the faces, it'll be perfect. Now, like many of us, I have a bad attitude to instructions that come with contraptions. In this case, my attitude is undeserved. This pamphlet has 3 columns, 2 sides, several useful tips for how to go about using this thing. And check this out. There's not a single safety instruction in the entire document. You know how you'll get a power tool and the first 7 pages are all about safety instructions, like don't cut off your ground and don't stand in the water while you're using this tool. None of that instruction that we already know not to do. There's no safety instructions in this. It gets right down to methods of use and lots of details that you might not stumble onto yourself. So, good work. So what's my overall feeling about the Roarockit? I would give it 4.5 stars out of 5. The one thing holding back a full star is the closure, and that might say more about my impatience with learning how to work it than with how well it works. And they must seem to know that this thing won't last forever, because they include 2 additional rolls of this material along with the protective paper. What I'm going to do is remove the original strip if I can, and just stick to using these homemade cleats. All in all, this is an excellent product. I'm really glad I found it, and I recommend it if you want to get into veneering. Oh, and I should mention that they also have other shapes of bags that are more square, so fairly large panels to be veneered. They can be accommodated with this. One more thing, I'm not sure that using a vacuum, a shop vac, has speeded anything up. What I have not tried is going with the hand pump beginning to end. I just presumed that it would be a lot faster to use the shop vac at first and then switch to the hand pump. In time I'll find out whether or not that's true. But right now I think this is a good idea. So that's pretty well it for today's video. If you can find some time for your passion, take it. And if you can share your passion, even better. Bye for me for now.